Hey guys, Archie Luxury here on the Archie Luxury live stream and the Archie Luxury channel. That's right, two channels I broadcast on. How are you guys going today? It's all fantastic. What can I say, guys? What can I say? I woke up this morning to a barrage of messages in WhatsApp. Tan, Miss the world's best dog trainer, Goldberg. It's all here. All here. And I'm just waiting to, I don't know what to say. Ooh, Goldberg's just sent me a message. He's coming on in 15 minutes. We've got, come on, Keslo, jump on the stream. We love the Keslo. And let's see, we get Aussie Expat on. Clivers, let's see if we can get him on. And who else do we get on here? Let's have a look. That's probably the main punters. That's the main punters. Okay, the invites have been sent. Oh, we want Doc. What about JD? JD, we want JD on. And we also want Doc BB. Where is he gone? Doc BBW. Where's he vanished to? Doc BBW. Let's see if I can find him in my list here. Where's he go? Oh, here he is. Doc BBW. Okie dokie. There we go, guys. There we go. Let's have a look here. What's going on? What's happening here? Hurtan, $5. $5. Hurtan, $5. We need a proper breakdown of this new initiative by Fed for the panel. Do it with the crew when they're on. Yes, we will. Thank you. I must tell you, I haven't been this excited since the launch of Barosa. That's right. I haven't been this excited since Barosa came out. Remember that? There was going to be before Barosa and after Barosa. Do you remember that? That was the big thing. Barosa was gonna do it, man. That was the look, I gotta be totally honest with you. These kind of initiatives, they're all very well. Yeah, I don't think they haven't got some soul. I don't think they haven't thought about it and put a lot of effort into it. But I gotta tell you, I think it's the wrong time. They've missed the mark. They've really missed the mark because I'll tell you why. Watches are hugely in decline. People do not like paying subscription fees. I can tell you that now. That's something they don't. And if they do like paying it, fuck me dead. $70 and $50 a month. That's a lot of money. It's not, we're not talking $50 a year. We're talking $50 a month. That's a fuckload of money for what? To be on essentially a forum, which there's so many forums you could join for free. You could come here for free and super chat a question. We've got another. Let's get some punters on here now. I'm just going to make sure. I look here. Just having a sticky beak here now. Let's have a look what's going on now. Let's have a look. Just having a, just grabbing the I'm just going to pin. Let's see if the link is pinned. I think it is. Let's have a look. Oh no, it's already done. Here we go. Let's start a poll. Would you join FTW Collective? Let's see what happens. Let's see how many people, these people in the community here. I mean, we've got Mike the Snake. Let's have a look. We'll see if people will join this collective. Let's see what happens. We'll see. Look, I think the problem is a lot of this stuff is that they missed the mark, man. They've missed the mark. Here we go. We've got Ken Newton joining us. Hello, hey, Ken. How are you?
I'm good. It's been a while. Thought I'd say hi.
Hey, just very quickly, let me catch up. Hurritan $2 sent an invite to Donny Haynes with the news. Yes, sir. Let's see if we can get him on. Terry Boston, $20. Sir Chesterfield, opinion, please. Area 51 poster, one of a kind, for sale from year 2000 on eBay, located in Cyprus. Should I save for a real moon watch instead of a Rolex GMT? Boy is out of hospital. Sent a link of the poster. Jeez. I don't know if I'd be buying a poster. How much is it? Let's let me have a look here. $70. Terry, keep saving your money. It's not an official poster. It's just a poster someone's put. It's nothing that special, Terry. It's not that special, I'm afraid, Terry. Okay, let's have a look. We'll come back to that soon. Ken Newton, how are you going? Talk to me. What's happening in your world? What's happening?
Oh, just working, you know, just doing my stuff. Not much to really.
You do IT work, don't you?
I do security work, yeah.
How is it going there? Are you going to be replaced by AI eventually?
Not with what I do, but I hope to be able to, I mean, I use AI as a tool. I'd say that, you know, there's less of me's because of AI for sure. But, you know, I don't need a large staff or anything. You know, like I have a friend who's a pretty smart technology guy, and I don't think he has more than like 1 or 2 employees in his entire company, you know, because AI helps to make everything happen from a development standpoint and all of that. But for me, there's enough to do for sure.
Yes. I see what you're saying. Do you think AI...
Go ahead.
AI is just being used. I find AI is being used to offer no support whatsoever. Like I got a problem with my Spotify, and I tried to... There is no interface to send them an email or a message. All you've got is an AI database.
And there's going to be more and more of that. I mean, think about agentic AI in that, you know, instead of just a large language model, you're going to be in a situation where the AI can actually affect change for you. You know, I mean, it's like
it's not solving the problem. It hasn't answered the question. So basically, I cancelled, and they billed me still, right?
Yeah, and it'll change. It'll get better. AI is
No,
never.
but it's shit. But how do I get my problem solved? It hasn't solved my problem.
Do you have a Twitter account or an X account or whatever?
Yeah, well, complain that way.
Message them. So their social media accounts often are very helpful in providing solutions for you.
Yeah.
But I hear you. I'm just saying that AI is never going to be any worse than it was today.
It's not going to be any better.
It's going to be better. Yeah, it will. I mean, good or bad.
The problem is they don't.
I mean, I saw that Amazon's letting go another 11,000 people. Was it? I forget.
Yes, something like that. So the majority of those people are who? They delivery or they're programmers or what?
I would assume white collar. I would assume white collar folk.
Yeah.
But here, I got an article for you that you might find interesting. It's just read the headline of it here. It says U.S. cyber defense chief accidentally uploaded secret government info to ChatGPT. So when you do that and it's not something that is contained, then the AI learns from it and may actually have that information for everyone that uses ChatGPT. That's just an example of some of the risks out there.
Yeah, but wouldn't both sides be poisoning it with crap like that as well?
And that's where, I mean, that's happened a lot. I mean, think about like Elon Musk's, Grok, where it's been cultured by Elon Musk itself and other folks to be racist, to be Mecha Hitler, to to take a very right-wing view of politics, all those fun things. But I mean, the idea of poisoning AI and jailbreaking AI, that's a whole nother topic. There are people that use one AI engine to teach the other AI engine, to basically jailbreak the other AI engine to have it have more of a less guarded response to what you say.
We've got another super chat. Hurritan, $2. Ken, AI AC3 or real AC3 would be more entertaining?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'd say that the AI AC3 would be able to grow another arm out of his shoulder or talk really fast or individually talk to each one of you and be your best buddy. But there is a human aspect to the OG original gangster AC3.
Tell me this, Ken. When do you hope to retire yourself?
Years ago.
Yes. Do you have friends of your? What do you think the perfect age is to retire, Ken?
I mean, 50s for sure. Like, I have a friend who worked as a police officer, and he did his 30 and he retired, and he's got a trailer and he goes around and goes camping with his wife, and she actually she looks pretty good. So I mean, he seems like a pretty happy guy. Although I don't know. I mean, the one thing is, if you don't work, then you got to make sure you have things to do. So there's that.
Are you a big TV fan? Do you like television?
I don't watch traditional television that much, but I do watch shows that have been produced for television. So I'll watch. I mean, I have the Netflix and all that stuff, but I watch a lot of watch videos on YouTube when I'm working. It's a good extra screen to have on.
Yes.
Like I saw a Del Rey watch video about that club. That I saw your survey start, and no,
what do you think of that? What do you think of that yourself?
Paying money up front to know, and I actually bought a watch from Del Rey once. I bought that. I don't know if you remember. I showed you a Longines, like an old Longines vintage. I bought that from Del Rey. It wasn't that.
But I think it's a big ask. He's asking $50 or $70 US a month.
I mean,
For what? To be
I'm
on
not
a
going to pay for
forum?
watch charts. I'm not going to pay up front for that, you know. I mean, the only thing I pay is, go ahead.
I think if you're going to do this, you would have launched this in the peak of the watch area, not now. The watch area is on the tail. It's
Yeah, to be fair, I like I like his content and everything, and I watch his content, and so he gets whatever AdSense from that. I actually pay for YouTube, so I don't get ads. But you know, he gets that cut, and I think that's fair. Because instead of ads, I pay a subscription to YouTube.
I know. I got YouTube Premium myself.
Yeah, and then I have it for my family as well, so they benefit from it. But
actually, you benefit because they don't buy unnecessary junk.
Well, that's fair. That's fair.
Her talent $2. When Mark comes on, pull up the What the Fuck site. We will do that, Tan. We will do that.
Are you in Vietnam? Is that where you're at right now?
I'm in China. I'm going to Vietnam in a couple months' time.
Gotcha.
I'm trying to find a place to semi-retire. Ken, let me tell you what's happened with me. Okay, can I tell you, Ken? I was making big bucks doing the streaming. Okay,
right.
YouTube was fantastic to me. That's over, Ken. That's over. That is over now, Ken. The market has shifted for whatever reason.
There are so many channels too.
I've also had some personal tragedy too, which doesn't help.
I saw your video.
TV.
I saw your video, sir. I did. I showed it to the friend that I had on as well. Yeah, I wasn't aware of the level of things that have occurred for you, sir. I feel very bad about it.
I mean, I don't think some people never recover from some of this shit. You know what I mean?
No, I hear you, sir. I do, and I say sir because I mean seriously.
It's a hell of a.
So
it's very tricky.
I think the important thing there is just one day at a time and one foot in front of the other.
Yes. And I've got to be honest with you. So the money, I had a stage where I earned good money. I mean, it was good money for me. It may not be good money for somebody in the valley, but it was good money for me in a lower cost country like Australia, lower cost than America at the time. Now Australia is very expensive. And anyhow, Ken, guess what? I sold my fancy upper middle class car because I don't want the liability. I don't want the expenses. We don't need it. I'm trying to cut down expenses so that I can have more money and time to travel. I want to find a peaceful place for me. I actually went last year to Thailand for a while. I couldn't find it. It wasn't Thailand.
My brother married a girl from Thailand, by the way. So
wow.
He was married twice to the same woman and divorced twice from the same woman. And after a second divorce, I got a ticket to anywhere I went to India on a work trip, an IT trip. And I got one ticket as a perk to anywhere in the world United flies, but only one ticket, and I'm married, right? So and I didn't have the money to buy that second ticket. So I gave it to my brother, and I said, go someplace you wouldn't go. Go to Beijing. Go someplace like that. And so because he was divorced the second time, he went to Bangkok. And excuse the jokes from the name of that place. He eventually went to a bar where women go to find American husbands. And so he met this girl and married her. She worked in a hard drive factory, and they were married for about 3 years until she got her kids over, and then they got divorced. And now he's back with his. Are you joking? No, yeah. And now he's back with his ex-wife. So he calls her his triple X now. So,
she's American.
She's American, yeah.
So he met the Thai lady. He brought her over and the kids over, and then she left him.
Eventually, the kids came over. Like,
how old was she?
Later. So he was in his late 50s, maybe. She was probably in her late 30s. So
very ambitious.
She called him old balls. At least
but you know what the secret is, but don't you?
Hmm.
Have you heard the story of the frog and the scorpion?
Yeah, sure.
You never take them to your own country because they will bite you because it's instinct. Do you understand?
It's my nature, you're saying.
Yeah. So he
Well, I
should
don't
have
know. I
just
mean, I
kept
think
her there.
each person's individual for sure.
So
But
did she take much money off him when she divorced him, or?
he didn't really have a lot. I think that was
Okay,
one of
that's
the
always a good safeguard
well,
against being taken advantage of, not having a lot.
unless you have
What
parents.
did he do for a career?
He's retired officially now, but he was a cabinet salesman.
Cabinet.
Yeah, so he would design cabinets and then sell them for housing builds, and then
Oh, I
and that
see. So he's a craftsman.
he started out as a craftsman, but he ended up just being more on the sales side. And things were really good for a while, and then the housing market crashed in the mid 2000s or late to mid 2000s, 2008ish or so. So, I mean, up and down for him after that. So
Does he own his own home?
now, but
Yes.
but he kind of lucked out for other familial reasons. So
Okay.
family reasons, like he's retired. I'm the youngest in the family, so I'm still working, but everyone above me is all retired now, either through their own works or just because they can afford to now.
I understand. It's wow, that's interesting that there. The thing is with he's happy, but the thing is this, is he's happy?
Yeah, he's fine. He's fine. He has a little bit of property in Hawaii now, so he goes between Hawaii and Minnesota. So he leaves there when it's cold. He goes to Hawaii.
Oh,
And
that's pretty
he has one of
good.
those little temporary houses, like those Amazon houses you buy that you kind of pop out and stuff. So
Oh, okay, that's pretty cool.
yeah, he lives a quiet life.
What more does he want than that?
He plays golf. That's what he does. He's lucked out. So,
Oh, I see what you're saying.
and then I have another
thing?
brother. Go ahead.
Yep, go on.
I have another brother though who's like worked his whole life. He was a pilot in the Air Force and then a test pilot for Gulfstream, and eventually he retired. And so he has a military retirement. He has his work retirement, and so he's good. And so I hope that he has grandchildren, so I hope he gets to enjoy them. I don't speak to him very often. It's just we after my mom passed away, there's less centralization in the family. So we have like a SMS
That's
channel.
sad, that, isn't it? It's sad. Like you have somebody. My family's gone the same way there. After my mother was very central in organizing events and things like that. When these people go, often nobody takes that role. You know what I mean?
No, my dad was really the main guy, but he passed away when I was 30. So I think that was the next part. The next 20 years was us, visiting our mom and making sure she's okay. And then she always liked to make sure that we were okay. So, and then she lived in the middle of the US, so it was an easier trip for most of us. But I'm on the west side, and most of my family is pretty far away. So, but have you thought about Philippines? I know a lot of people that retire to the Philippines.
I've always been a bit scared of the Philippines. Always been a bit scared. I don't know why. I just
Politics.
I think also I like the Vietnamese food. To be honest with you, I like their food is more. Thai food's gotten very oily and fattening in that. Their Thai food's changed a lot in the last 20 years.
Well, I luck out. My wife is kind of competitive, and she's really good at intuitive cooking. So, like I work in tech, and so I have a lot of friends from India. So my wife now makes very good, not greasy Indian food, and she doesn't.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And not too much ghee or anything like that. And then when my brother married the girl from Thailand, she made kind of greasy Thai food, but my wife makes a much more palatable version for us that's still very spicy and still really good.
That woman, she used your brother? How do you feel about her? What
They
happened?
kind of used each other to a certain extent. You know what I mean?
What did she end up doing in America? Because
She works
America's a...
at a Thai restaurant.
Oh, okay. She married another guy, or what's she doing now?
I think there was some relationship going on with the manager or owner of this restaurant, and I think she was getting paid off the books. So, I stay out of it. That was a while ago. So it was weird. It was weird.
Yeah.
It was just weird because she never really kind of anglicized herself. She would, visit, and then she would just watch Thai television on her laptop, and it was just odd. She didn't speak very good English. So, but whatever.
We got Hurricane, $2. JR has fascinating news. Let's just hear the news, then he can fuck off. What do you want, mate?
Hey, Paul. Hey, man in the red hat.
Hey, just get to the point and fuck off, because I'm not in the mood to entertain you or your bullshit. Okay, you can just fuck right off. Quickly say what you want and fuck off.
It's a new red hat, by the way. So
if you don't get to the point quickly, I'll just boot you.
Okay. Archie, I was on a phone call to Same, and given your current situation...
Okay, see you later. Fuck off. I'm not earning enough money to put up with people's bullshit anymore. We've got Aussie Expat. How are you, Aussie Expat?
Hey, gentlemen. How you doing?
Hello.
By the way, there was a discussion that I thought was interesting that you had, Archie, on the watch side. And it was just like, folks like me that aren't into ultra luxury watches, that don't have like a Rolex or a Patek or anything like that, we still can find enjoyable watches. And like I'm wearing an Orient Bambino right now, and I really like it. I was thinking about selling it, but just wearing it again makes me want to keep it. And this goes back to your comments about how the luxury market's changed. And I think, it's changed in that there are so many options now at the more affordable lower end, that I think has made people maybe buy more of the lower end items or the independent brands or the micro brands or the Chinese brands even, and not saving up for that one prestige piece or anything like that. And I was curious your thoughts on that.
I got to tell you something. I think it's just hang on. I've got to grab this super chat there. Yes. JD Montreal, $7. Just fuck off, JR. Thank you. Very well said, JD.
Said with enthusiasm.
Montreal. Oh, I got to tell you, I think it's what's happened now is I've had so many fine pieces, many expensive pieces, and to be totally honest with you, I think it's more of a sign of the times. What you find is happening is in my day, it was actually affordable. Well, none of this shit is affordable. Let's just rephrase that. But it was more affordable than it is today.
When Chuck Yeager was selling it in the back of Flying Magazine, it was probably...
You could get a couple of Rolexes.
Right. Or even before
now,
that.
I think what's happened is that getting one Rolex is actually quite an achievement for many people. For example, Timely, he's got one Rolex, and that's the big thing.
Timely got back in the Rolex game?
Rolex.
Timely, he's got the Explorer 2, Explorer 1, Explorer 1. You know Timely?
I thought you went Omega only, and okay.
No, you're talking showcase watches.
Oh, yes, you're right. It's showcase. Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Goldberg. How are you there?
Ladies and gentlemen, you remember Showcase's narrative that he had a Hulk, but he left it on the windowsill and somebody stole it?
Well, somebody came into his house and fucking stole it, which is...
Oh, you know what? I forgot my narrative, which was that he left it out on the windowsill with a pie. That's right.
Someone came into his house and, I mean, fuck me dead. You don't expect people to just walk in whilst you're home and fucking steal your stuff. That's pretty fucking odd.
Yes, you expect them to wait until you're on vacation. At the very least.
I'll tell you what I'll say about the affordable watch range and, the more micro brand stuff like that. Oh, very nice. Very nice. I think that there's a lot more room with social media now that a brand can actually build an identity quickly and for someone to relate to that. So I was at a watch meetup for Sanjin Instruments, which is like all military hoorah type stuff. And, you know, in another era, no one would ever give a shit. No one would even see the website. There'd be no distribution. There'd be no mechanism for get out there, because that's a niche thing. You know what I mean? Ultimately, it's a niche thing. And there's actually room for people to be catered to. And if they like that more...
Every idiot with a dream can now be a watch manufacturer, because you can source all the bits and pieces. There are people
Totally true.
Source
every little bit. But there are still qualities to that. And like, okay, think about, have you ever heard of Monterey watches? So Monterey watches.
Yes.
Yeah. US guy, Tim, designs them, made in China, ships over, ships it out. But if you email that guy, he emails you back within a few minutes.
Oh yeah, a lot of them guys.
Yeah.
A lot of those guys. You know what? I have a Tusano. Alex will email you back from Sweden instantaneously. Here's the thing: the quality that they're producing is excellent. The prices range from $200 to, $1,200.
Ridiculous. $200 to ridiculous.
Exactly. And I really like these watches, and I have some in the $200 to $500 range. But you start getting over that, and I feel like they're creating false history in order to
collaboration.
Speaking of ridiculous, guys, I wanted to ask you here. We have got an announcement there this is from Federico. Federico Talks Watches. He's been a huge
he's a huge Archie like.
He actually, just out of interest, he consulted with me years ago. And he actually got advice from me and Luxy, just out of interest. Luxy answered, because Luxy was the one who founded the dungeon originally. And anyhow, Federico got advice. Here we go. Here, we've got a new thing. What the fuck?
Can we just give it 1 second? I got to get this to my wife. But before I give it over to my wife, she's going out for the evening, so... Time to take a quick look. Oh yeah, talking about hobbled together garbage.
Listen, would you please
microband stuff here?
Would you please tell your wife that if she ever divorces you, I'm getting top surgery,
It's a 36, Mark. He wanted a 40. Mark, he's 36.
I'll get wrist reduction surgery. It's very nice. It's very fucking nice.
By the way, Archie, check it out right there.
Oh, there we go. Look at the watch.
And that's my Longines that I bought from there that I am now selling.
He'll buy it back.
I don't know. It's on eBay. So
yes.
So anyhow, what he's done is he has launched What the Fuck Collective is open to the public.
It's a club.
A membership-based community built on serious collectors. So what does this mean?
FTW, by the way, has two meetings. One is for the win, and the other one is fuck the world.
Well, here's what he's doing. He's I don't know. I saw different tier prices that you were just flipping past. The one he announced in his video was, I think, $70 a month, and for that, he'll give you discounts that he would have given you anyway, and he'll talk to you on a Facebook group.
But the other part of that is that he talked about lawsuits, that he had been sued twice, and so I guess he wants to be more candid, and that's the main reason. But to me, it just seems like a need for income.
You can be candid. Archie's never been sued. He's told you who's an asshole, what's garbage, what sucks. He took on the CEO of Glasuta Original, and he's never been sued. So look, can I just say, I think God bless Federico for having a money-making idea. $70 a month if you manage to con 1,000 morons into doing this. And he has a much bigger platform than that. But if he gets, then it's $70,000 a year, which is about $1 million in revenue for just.
You could run that Ferrari.
For having a Facebook group, it's really pretty. It's definitely going to flop.
But it's so hard to get people. What the hard part is, it's so hard to get people.
Oh, and there's going to be special live. Yeah, Archie, get this. One of the other benefits is there's going to be special live streams only for members. This fucking live stream right here is free every day. Look at the weirdos that we have, that we bring to you. You don't have to pay $70 a month to talk to Ken. You don't have to pay $70 a month to talk to Archie. You know what?
Weirdo red hat guy.
The expat, you have to pay $70 a month to get rid of him. I mean, we got Mike the Snake. We have a cast. We got tits. Anyway, I'm sorry, I'm getting animated, but I just think Federico's idea is smacks of a little desperation in my personal opinion.
I think. Let's be honest. If he divided membership, if he wanted this to get a fair show,
yes,
he'd make membership $6 and $5.
You can't even get that.
Does he have any reputation for doing a live stream? Has he ever done one?
Yeah, no, he's got over 100,000 subscribers.
He's well known.
I know he does, but has he ever done a live stream?
Bought a lot of them. Okay, let's just back the truck up. He bought a lot of them because I was actually in the early stages. I was giving him advice, and he said to me, "What happens if you just buy subscribers?" I said, "Well, it's fake. It's like cheating." He said, "Okay."
Also, the you get that guy, great content, and it doesn't really help at all.
I'll just be 1 minute.
I saw one guy that he started having all these bot comments, and he does AliExpress watch reviews and stuff, and all I saw were people commenting, they're humans commenting like, this is the shittiest way for you to do things. And then he said, I got to get rid of these bots. I don't know how they keep coming in. And I mean, there's only one way they came in, I mean, they don't do that stuff for free.
That's hilarious.
But help me if I don't know the history too much, but didn't Del Rey have a partner who then split off and became a YouTuber as well?
Well, he was always a YouTuber, John P. He was founded it along with Federico, because Federico managed like a lot of the watches and the business end. And then John was the technical guy who designed the website.
Gotcha.
And then Federico bought John out.
Right.
And they seem like they're still simpatico together, but, they just decided to separate. So John got bought out. And then John started Chrono Grab, which is basically a Chrono 24 clone, except for with a couple little twists.
There are so many of those.
Let me say this to you. I haven't been this excited since Barosa came out. Aussie expat. You remember Barosa? It was going to there was 2 times in the watch industry, before Barosa and after Barosa.
Yeah,
That was another launch that just flopped.
Launch into nothing. It's like, what is it? Okay.
This thing has no chance, and quite frankly, it's kind of.
I mean, isn't his sales target the rich people in Del Rey, Florida? I mean, the rich people.
No, his sales target are people who like watches worldwide, but particularly in the United States.
But with a pretty good bank account, though, right?
Well, listen, watch people tend to be affluent, but you bought a Longines for him. What'd you pay for that?
$400.
So I'm just saying. So his business model is not, simply multimillionaires.
We got a super chat in here. Which what the fuck pack has best value? Breakdown for me. So let's have a look here. So we got 2 packs here. $50. What do you get for $50? You get dealer marketplace access for watches up to 10,000.
What that means, by the way, is just he'll give you a discount, but he won't give you a warranty or a return. Which, if you pay
live streams and market discussions,
that's what we're doing right now for free.
$70 a month. You get no price cap watches, Knowledge Vault, which you can. I don't know how good Knowledge Vault is. Ask a dealer and vet my deal.
Knowledge Vault is it's like you have how many videos you have posted up grading watches, reviewing watches.
Find my grail and all current and future features.
Yeah, I just don't get it.
I mean, I think it's too expensive. To be honest with you, it's about, if you want this to be successful, a subscription basis. And the other thing is, Marky, you should make it 1 month free. You always, every deal that's out there, Spotify, Netflix, first month free. That's
and
what
you know what
should be.
Here's another thing that's funny. You know how Seiko will put out a special edition, limited edition, and then they don't tell you if they're making 5,000 of them or 50,000 of them. So he's capping membership, but he hasn't said how much he's going to cap it at. He'd be lucky to get 100 guys.
Now, how do you know he's capping membership?
Because he said so. There's a video we should watch. I sent you the link to the video where he talks about it, and we should, if you want, we can watch that. It's fair use. We just have to interject commentary as we do that to make it fair. But you know, you have the video in your WhatsApp from me.
Yeah, I
Where he
got the
explains
video.
it.
Here's the
I actually
video.
do
Here we go.
subscribe
This
to-
is the
I
video
subscribe-
here.
Yeah. I subscribe to a channel. I pay $2 a month for this channel that reviews AliExpress watches, and it's kind of fun. It's called Fun with.
I gotta listen. This guy Federico is super likable. I really like him, and I respect his.
Yeah, I do like him.
Hey
Yeah.
guys, Fed here. And guess what? The watch world finally has the private community it deserves.
I think the
$70.
watch world has the private watch community it deserves. I mean,
It's always had.
it's
Here-
$70
here we
a
are.
month.
Here we are. Hey,
Here we
Archie,
are for free.
How much is the Archie luxury membership? Isn't it $5 a month?
Well, you don't even need to do that. You can come here for free.
Exactly.
No, I do a super chat if I want to say hi and not go in a video. And then when it's the holidays, I popped a 50 in because, you know, I really appreciate your content, Archie. And that's how it's supposed to work, right?
Hey, we like a contribution,
Right.
but really the basis of this thing is that Federico is looking to basically monetize YouTube in a way that nobody has successfully done before in the watch community. And the problem is he's up against thousands of hours of free content.
Yeah, this is why Patreon exists. This is why
It's
the
called
YouTube
FTW
membership
Collect.
exists now.
Welcome.
$10.
FTW
If
collective
Teddy
members
Baltazar
get
can't do this, then I don't think anyone else could.
Yeah, good
Terry
luck.
Boston, $10. Sir Archerfield, opinion, please. On the rare Area 51 poster, I sent it to Mr. Goldberg as well. Opinion on the Moonwatch as well, Sir Chesterfield. Thank you all. Love you. Fine. Actually, I would say, let's call up. I'm going to call up. Okay. I'm jumping screens here, but we'll do it for you. The area, as I said before, this poster really isn't that special. What's so special? Does that poster, what do you think, Mark? What about you, Ken?
I mean, well,
Is
it
this
says it's
poster
a
special? $70.
First of all, it doesn't say who printed it and why. It does say that it's an original offset lithograph. Now, if that's true, lithography is an expensive process. But I bet you dollars to donuts, it's a Jiggly print, not a lithograph, which involves, pressing, actually pressuring the paper down onto a
Printed in England. Okay, that's even more expensive. That's
Yeah,
a
I don't know.
unionized workforce.
Personally, I'm not buying it. But it's cheap. It's $70. If you want it, buy it.
The only valuable thing around
Yeah.
Area 51 is the chicken ranch.
Listen, this has
joke.
make an offer. Offer this guy $39 and settle for $47. And
Wait, who wants this? What? Who wants this?
Terry Boston. Terry Boston.
Wow.
See, there's the super chat. But anyway, here's what I would do, buddy. Terry, it says make an offer. Click the button, offer him 50%, and then settle for 57%. Get it?
And the other thing is, Terry, I think the Moonwatch is absolutely perfect. It's expensive enough where it is actually a well-regarded watch, but it's cheap enough that you can get in without too much pain or bullshit. I think the Moonwatch for you, Terry, the Moonwatch, the Omega Speedmaster Man on Moon, fucking Moon, is a perfect one and done for you. Get it, love it, end of story.
All right, back
Now,
to Federico.
let's get back.
to Federico.
I think he's out of his mind. To be completely frank with you, I think he's out of his
Listen, he
fucking
doesn't.
mind.
He loses nothing for trying. He doesn't lose a thing for trying. So good for him. I just think it's gonna fail. That's all.
Yeah, again, I like his content. Again, I'm more on
doing?
the fan side.
Hello. How you going?
Nice
Are you
hat.
barbecuing?
Good
Nice
evening.
hat.
Yeah,
Oh,
man,
nice
I
watch. You got the Air King too?
Yes, because you guys were talking about the tutor yesterday, so I
Stand
enjoyed
up.
that.
Stand up.
You
Like,
mentioned
no,
the,
no, no. Yeah, not a close up. Just stand up casually. The Air
Why?
King just looks fantastic. Like
He
when
doesn't
when
want
you
to
see it
stand
in
up.
normal
Aussie expat, he's in a wheelchair. They
circumstance.
just don't
It's in a
ask him.
wheelchair.
Oh right.
Yeah,
He's in
there
a
we go.
wheelchair.
Yeah.
But
Like
I put
the
this
Air
on
King,
because-
it's not great if you like try to look up close because you know it's busy or something. But if you look at it from like arm's distance, it's a really cool watch.
I agree, and the fact that Mark doesn't like it makes it all the better.
Yes.
It's a good value watch. It costs less than a moon
JD,
watch.
what
Yeah,
do you
yeah.
think of Federico launching What the
I
Fuck
didn't-
Collective?
I didn't hear all of it, so it sounded. It's not an OnlyFans thing. I don't know if that'll do well for him necessarily. But you did mention that type
It's
of
like
content already
Barosa. This
exists
is as
on-
exciting as when Barosa
Oh,
came out.
Okay.
You
There
remember
was time
Barosa?
before and after Barosa, wasn't there? So I don't know if
Yes.
it's any different necessarily. But everyone's trying to do different things. And I think that, you know, if you look at the market in general, he's just trying to do different stuff. It doesn't hurt to try new things, but whether or not it's successful, only
I
time
think
will
that
tell,
would
but-
fail, to tell you the truth. What the Fuck Collective, that would fail even if it was free.
Yeah, it's a pretty poor experience. I mean, normally when you see this kind of thing, normally they give you access to communities. So, like if you remember, Vucom had their thing, and it was this set of group chats that you could connect to in WhatsApp, if I recall.
Well, there's like a
And you
premium
pay for that.
version of like watch charts too, right? Or watch something. So a premium offering might be better, honestly. That way you get like models like me in there. And then, you know, if there's some benefits to that, then maybe we tell our rich uncle, and then he might join the more premium crew.
Yeah. So yeah, normally it's based around getting access to an entire community, and so the experience is relatively dynamic and free flowing. In this, it's just like it's whatever Federico happens to put out to you once a month.
But you're paying for the privilege of buying. Now, theoretically, he said he'll sell you wholesale. You know, but
Wholesale.
Calls unserviced, no returns, no functional warranty. So, and you can ask questions. Well, you want to ask questions? Ask questions here. It's like $1.50. It's ridiculous.
I mean, look, the guy's obviously he's done okay selling watches. I think he's a bit of a fluff master. He says he's the biggest in America. I honestly doubt that compared
I think
to
he
David
means
S.
the largest.
The white.
Here's what's going on.
Oh.
How's the watch market doing, Arch?
It's fucked.
Right. So
It's
if you
so
were a
good.
watch seller and you make 100% of your money by inventorying watches, which means putting out money, sticking them, in the back room, investing in cleaning them, steaming them, servicing them, photographing them, putting them online, shipping them, warrantying them, taking back the returns. How do you think your business is feeling right about now?
Funnily enough,
Yeah.
I've spoken to a few
Tight.
dealers. They're still actually making decent money, but the customers are not making, and they're losing shitloads of money. Okay.
I bet your volume is down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and you can
volume's got to
see
be
it.
down.
You can see it in though. I went to Vintage Watch Co yesterday in Sydney, and just the general level of stock that they're holding is not what it once was, and the people going in and out, not what it once was.
Who was that? So where did you go, JD?
Just Vintage Watch Co, Strand Arcade yesterday. I had a look at. I just wanted to see what it looked like. They had a Gerard Perregaux Laureato in ceramic, which was interesting. And I was going to ask you guys, experience in ceramic cases in general. How fragile are they?
Don't drop
And
one.
literally, if it scratches, what do you do? That type of thing. I have
Well, they
no
don't
idea.
really
It's not
scratch.
going to scratch.
No,
It's
And
not
the price got a
But
Google
wait,
band-
are you talking the Laureato still, or are you talking about some other
the
ceramic watch?
Laureato. Yeah,
Don't
they
get a
have
Laureato. They're all junk.
Yeah,
They're terrible.
I just looked at it, but I like the look of it. And actually, it was 42 mil, but it actually fitted really nicely.
But
on
for the
wrist. I'd
price,
never
you can
buy it.
You can
I'd
get a
never buy it.
Rolex, and they're
Oh,
better.
yeah.
But The GPs at the high end are incredible.
Yeah.
Like closer to six figures. I don't think they're really matched. Like if you take a look at a high six-figure watch from Rolex, high six-figure watch from GP, like GP crushes it, but yeah.
I get it. And for that price point too, and that's what I'd be looking at next, Aussie, would be, I'd be more partial to a Yachtmaster Blue Dial in comparison to this on the secondary market. I'd definitely move towards a Yachtmaster over this. I just wanted to have a look at it just for shits and giggles. And it's one of those ones that has, and it's unfortunate that it is like a limited edition. It has Aston Martin burnt on the back of it. That's like, oh, I don't think
GP do a lot of limited
Aston
stuff.
Martin
And they do have a few Aston Martin collabs that are pretty nice. You know, if you like that co-brand.
JD, any of that ceramic stuff can develop hairline fractures, which gradually get worse until it gets fucked. Okay, let me put it this way: it's like getting fine porcelain and running it through a dishwasher a million times. Okay,
it's funny
eventually
you should say that. I have heard that, and a friend of mine did get that Zenith Defy Skyline White Surfer Night Diver time, and it's the longest name of a watch in the history of the world. And even that, when he got it new, it had what looked to be like really fine lines, and it just, and he had to send it back to be looked at. So I'd be really concerned, and that was a brand new watch, and it didn't help that it was a white ceramic.
Control.
Yeah, you wouldn't expect it to go out, but it was visible, and I could see it on
Well,
the pictures.
I think that's the same thing as those Omegas. You know, those Omega Dark Side of the Moon. They're ceramic, aren't they?
Hey, everyone, I got to go.
Hey, Ken, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you.
Yeah, you too as well. By the way, if you're in China, I'd love to see a video, if you could, of just the super clones and how good they are or how bad they are.
Well, he'd have to leave the room.
You can't do that, Ken, because your channel gets taken down for showing any imitation watches. It's
well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. That's not a bad thing.
Well, I don't know if it is. I think they should have freedom to show you. But anyhow, it is.
I see that point as well. So I'm going to waffle
Ken,
away.
thank you so much for coming on, man.
All right, take care. Bye-bye.
It was much better to have Ken than JR on. HR on.
So again, the Laureato was just to have a look at it to see what's around that price point. But yeah, for mine, I think the Yachtmaster will be the next one that I'll.
We got a super chat, Plonker, £5. Aussie, are you still bullish on
thinking
crypto,
about
Bitcoin,
also Neo Vintage
crypto?
stuff
The
too,
market seems a bit dead.
GM2 Master 2.
I think JD that can't hear you, Archie. I'm not sure what's going on. I think he's lost audio.
There we go. Am I back?
He just talks straight over.
Okay.
So yeah, bullish on Bitcoin and crypto. Look, not short term. I think we might be waiting till the next halvening, like 2.5 years. I've talked to my friends about it, and there's a lot of headwinds, and you could be sitting in the wilderness for quite a while, like maybe two something years. I'm not that concerned.
Time to double down, guys. Sell your house and put it in crypto. You heard it on this channel.
He can't sell
finish.
his house. He doesn't have
So I'm not that concerned. I kind of expected it. I put all of my Bitcoin holdings into my 401k, and if it went up, it went up. Okay, but my goal is to convert to Roth. With Bitcoin being down, I can get all of my Bitcoin, converted at a much lower price and pay less taxes. So I'm done with my accumulation phase. So I don't need this to go up or down in any short time frame, but down in a short time frame helps me. So that is what it is. What should you do? I mean, heck, silver lost 26% today. I mean, look, any type of holding, you're going to have a stiff upper lip and understand what you're doing. I think if you want to do Bitcoin, the story has always been you do not buy without expecting it to take 4+ years. Now that's a lot less time than the stock market, which is 10+, but it's up to you.
It's a wild ride at the moment with all of this stuff.
It's not been that volatile, actually. It's sort of sat in this range between 85, 90 for feels like forever.
What happened to gold?
I guess it's just that more mainstream people hear about this stuff more so than before, too. Everyone seems to be talking about, and commodities and gold and silver in particular. There's still the lines in the city for the buying gold is out of control. It's around the corner now.
You know, by the time
ABC bullion
by the
is on
time you
marketplace.
read about it in the newspaper and you
Bumped
have to
into
go.
Way. Archie,
JD, can you hear
me?
us?
No, gone.
He
Gone.
can't hear us, can he? Can you hear us, JD?
Let him come back in. Let him go out and come back in. You know, by the time you're reading about it in the newspaper and there's lines around the block, it's already over.
It's too late.
I'm just saying, you're getting sucked in for the last minute bump, and then you're gonna get killed.
That can be true. That can be true. But also can be like the beginning of the beginning. Like I don't ever try to predict anything, but you know, my honest assessment is like Bitcoin's probably cooling off for the next 2 years.
JD, can you hear
years.
me? Can you hear me, JD?
No, I can't hear you, Mark. Can't hear you at all. No, I can. Thank you. You sound great.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. These two knuckleheads.
JD is one of the nicest guys that come on here. But you drop one too many little, pokes at JD, and the next thing you know, he's calling you a bitch.
No, but you like that. You like a bit of rough talk, I think.
I do.
I think you're fine with it.
I like it rough, JD. I like it rough.
Sorry about that dropping out there. I was just saying again, in the city, in the Sydney, where they sell the gold and silver, it's lines around the corner every single day, even before they open. People are dumping money into.
But
gold
I mean,
and silver.
if they hold on to it, they could be made good. But I mean, the last time gold had a peak, it was like the early 80s, and that inflation adjusted was like $2,600.
It was like,
it only crossed 2,600 like I think last year. So it took like 40 years to get back to the 80s price. So if you buy gold, expect 40, 50 years to be out in the wilderness. You buy Bitcoin, it's 4 years, stock market, 10 plus. You do what you do.
Because I'm old, I remember my dad buying gold in the late 70s, early 80s. He had a wood-burning fireplace that he quit using, so he just started throwing like Krugerrand's gold bars. I don't really know. I'm sure he sold it by now. I don't know what the fuck he did with it, but he was convinced. And it was like outrageous when it went up to like $1,100 an ounce. It was nuts. It had never been that high before.
I remember when Australia sold its federal gold reserves at $200. Legendary move for Australia.
No, but hang
all
on,
the eggheads, they know what they're doing.
Hang on, it's all relative to what the costs. It's all very well to say, you could buy a Rolex for $500 in 1960, but it's relative. How many weeks' wages did that represent? Don't forget too. Average week wage in Australia in the 1970s was $100 a week. $100 a week. Okay, so $100 a week.
What I was saying is that Australia's Federal Reserve sold Australia's gold reserve for $200 an ounce. Like they waited for a generational low, and then they sold Australia's gold off.
Governments are never good at investing. Governments never really are great at investing. Okay. Look at Malaysia with their future fund. That had massive corruption that's gone on.
That's true.
Governments consistently, and that's
decisions.
why governments get into businesses that private enterprise normally won't do because it's too risky. It provides a service. That's what governments tend to do, is provide services which the private sector doesn't think they can make money out of. So the government provides it because it's much needed service.
I mean that's the narrative. I mean, ultimately the government does what it does because they think they can get more power. I mean, there were many broadband service providers in Australia, and then the government said, "Oh, we got to do a national broadband network."
Oh, disaster.
Oh, no, but they needed to upgrade the infrastructure. There is no question of that. They needed to.
Oh, yeah, because in other countries, infrastructure never gets upgraded by private companies. Never happens. Internet boom. No, it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen in other countries. Australia's weird. Australia's fantastically weird.
Ozzy, you're taking it out of proportion.
I'm taking the piss.
No, but you look at Australia, we're not like a lot of countries. We have
No, there's not that much special to Australia. 95% of the population live in 3 bloody cities, and you're saying that's hard? Oh, it's hard. These 3 cities.
Hang on a minute there. We've got massive area.
What have you done?
With
Did you kick
people
him off?
on the fringes? Okay, so let's be realistic here.
What's so hard about that? Oh no, there's people who live 95% in a metropolitan area.
I'm arguing with your pontiff. Super chat.
No, but
Now I can't.
I think
I
you're
can't hear
missing the
Mark.
point.
Let's cool things
Missing
down
the
with a
point.
super chat.
Australia has some.
You got a patriot over there.
Black Cat 9975 bucks. The difference is that the US was not 38 trillion in debt in the early 80s, so hawkish monetary policy was possible. Money printing is now the plan. Well, with sovereign currencies, they can money print. That's the whole thing. A sovereign currency can do that. But what I was trying to say to you,
knows the game.
Aussie expat, before you were laughing at everything, Australia has certain difficulties because we're not, like I'm in Shenzhen, that has Australia's population in one city. Okay,
Australia has mega cities, Archie. Australia has mega cities, and if you think that it's hard to service Australia, then apparently nowhere else in the world do they have broadband. Because America's far more spread out than Australia is.
But you've got the population bases to cover that. You've got 250 million. What's America's population? 250.
I think it's like 350. But,
okay, well, we're talking about an area. We are bigger. The land mass is huge for a population.
Yeah, but nobody is in the outback.
Nobody's living. Australia's probably got the most centrally located population of any Western country. Of any Western country. It's certainly more centrally located than USA. You can do on one hand the 5 cities that you need to cover, and you'll cover 95% of the population, and those cities are dense. We're not talking about massive distances where it's 50 miles down the road before you see your next neighbor, like in America. And in America, they have broadband.
Look how pretty it is. It's fucking pretty.
It's pretty.
Some cities are denser than others, aren't they, Art? Do you think?
We use dense as a synonym for
Hello.
stupid. We hear you.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Look, I'm taking the piss, but honestly, if Australia thinks it's special, it's a special purpose saying it's special.
They had to put some infrastructure in. That's just part of life.
I don't know why you got on
2 separate companies did build cable infrastructure to 90% of the population. Dual redundant cable from 2 separate private companies. They already did it, and the government came in and was like, let's delete all of that, get taxpayer funding to replace it all.
Archie,
it's completely cockamamie.
Why, Archie? Why are you defending?
Yeah, it was a disastrous rollout, even in areas around here.
It's just that
Particularly where we are, it's bad.
Aussie expat's just so. He can never be wrong because he has more money than all of us on the
Yeah, but listen,
it's got nothing to do with money.
At the end of the day, Archie,
it's all right. It's all good talk. Again, there's weird areas where in the
can you hear us?
Not exactly outback, but in country
I
towns.
can hear you, Mark. I'm just pretending not to. I don't like what you're saying. So anyhow, we got Hurricane here, $5. When did Sovereign's kin arrive? Oh, who disappeared? He jumped off. What the fuck?
No, he's fixing his audio. He keeps losing audio from one or more.
When did Sovereign's king arrive from Sovereign England and become sovereign citizens of Australia while being sovereigns listed in Burke's peerage? I got no. You ask him, Tan. You ask him. He's not my friend.
Well, he was your friend until he noticed that you only came on, cheap Tuesdays and brought your own popcorn. That seemed to tear up the friendship. But maybe the friendship can be renewed now that he has sold the theater.
Archie, in America, there's towns as small as Idaho Falls, where I spent a week last year, and they have municipal fiber broadband, and that's something they organize for themselves. Towns of 6,000 people in southern Idaho, potato country, they can do it. They didn't need some national broadband program.
You ever buy a house there in Idaho? That's a nice part of the world.
Idaho is nice, yeah.
You get a lot of bang per buck.
But the taxes are not super great. But yeah.
You know what? I'd love to live on a cruise ship. There are all these people that just figured out how to like use points, and they just do back-to-back-to-back cruises. JD.
How are you, JD? Look
Hello,
at
I'm
JD.
doing all right. People are talking, the mouths are moving, nothing's coming out. Can they hear me? Can they not?
Yeah, no one's trying to be rude.
It's all good, dude. It's all fine. Talking about the cruise life.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
they'd suit you, man. And again, where I am at work there, Circular Quay, they're in and out every day.
I would
Huge
love it.
cruise liners. There was a Disney one that left yesterday, and as it pulls out of Sydney Harbour, they play "Where You Wish Upon a Star" really loud as it's pulling out past the
Beautiful.
Harbour Bridge and stuff. And there was another one the other day that plays the Love Boat theme really loud as it's pulling out of port. It's fantastic.
There's this channel.
The Love Boat.
Yes.
There's a channel called From Poverty to Paradise, and she lives on cruise ships, and her budget is approximately $3,000 a month or less, which is like,
Yeah.
That is amazing.
It's
and well,
wild that
she
works
gets
out
a lot
that
of
way.
free cruises because of points out of the casino, and she discusses how to do that. Super chat. Oh, we did that one. Hold on. Here's the next one. Super chat from BBX.
Doc BBW, $2. Debating luxury infrastructure in a relaxed format.
Yes, true.
You got to hit all those pillars as much as it's, I really enjoyed that tutor talk yesterday, by the way, while I was at work in the background. Because again, it's something that, most of us can afford a tutor at some point, and that makes sense. It's fine to talk about the super high-end, complicated.
Oh, we were talking about
shit.
secondary
It's really
market
good.
before.
Yes.
And
yeah, it's
I
really
think
good.
I think Tudor's probably doing well on the secondary market as in terms of volume, because
me this.
now that
Shoot out.
When
Now-
you
now
send
that the-
things into Tudor, do they do movement swaps as part of their service?
I'm pretty sure it's a movement swap.
You're kidding. They didn't even bother to service the movement.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a movement swap. But what's really good for a secondary dealer is to either justify a premium or to say you're getting something well below MSRP. If they're sitting on the bubble where a lot of Rolexes are, it's very hard to make someone, actually jump on that and sell that. I think Tudors are doing quite well now in terms of volume on secondary. Because it's just compelling. Here's a watch,
absolutely.
4,000 at retail, 2,500 secondary.
Definitely, as far as like a tool watch goes, luxury tool watch, stuff like a Pelagos. I mean,
I love mine.
I think that's their star line, is a Pelagos.
See, I
And
think,
it's so
to be honest
interesting
with
what they
you,
have.
titanium is the most risky material I would go for. I wouldn't be going for ceramic. Go for titanium.
Yeah.
I think Black Bay is probably their most successful line. But,
I think so.
however,
Yeah.
I think the Pelagos is definitely a superior tool watch.
Yeah.
Just interesting. The FXD one's cool. I like the left-hand drive.
There's the Ultra. They have
there's
expanded.
so many variations on it. It's
They expanded
killer
that line, and it is nice. But these things are sort of like dressy in a way that the Pelagos.
They're prettier. They're literally prettier. And they're good unisex. My wife's personal trainer, she just picked up a Black Bay 58. It's a beautiful watch on a woman as well.
Definitely the 58. The fact that they made them so much thinner than those earlier ones, because I've got the slab-sided GMT Pepsi, and it's nice, but fuck it, it looks so thick. It's just not that that's a problem normally, but to that, it's just such a slab-sided design. It's just it's a bit too thick.
Easy Company. I don't even know how to take anybody's keys away. I don't even know how to.
Okay, gentlemen, I got to get these kids fed, and I'm
Feed
on
the kids. Feed the
I'm
kids.
on full
Buy a
kid
house.
duty tonight because my wife is doing karaoke. So
He's doing karaoke.
Gotta
and
go.
Okay.
yeah,
Lucky
in the
lady.
land dweller, yes.
Yeah.
All right, see you, gentlemen.
Nice. See you, mate.
Adios,
See you
Ozzy.
later.
Boy, Archie, he got under your
Now we
skin.
can get back to talking infrastructure and put
Fucking
our
the
views up
voices, man.
forward.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
But here's the funny thing. Archie.
Hell, here we go.
I think JD, Archie took Archie, you took the contrarian opinion to Aussie Expat just because he pisses you off. But in reality, you're no fan of the Australian government. You're like a fucking rebel over there. You got basically dragged
but
into court.
I still think they needed. They were putting some infrastructure in. The government has to put some infrastructure
Well, how do you
in.
feel about the Queensland? How do you feel about Queensland rail infrastructure?
No, but these are different things. I mean, Ozzy's very anti.
You're a
He's
patriot.
difficult.
You what it
He's
is
difficult. Let's get JD on the stream again.
Hey, man. That
JD,
iOS thing.
Does that piss you
Nightmare.
off? Tudor does movement swaps. Is that being
Well,
confirmed?
I don't know if that. I wouldn't know the particulars about that, but I guess that's similar to don't Cartier do that on some of them too?
You know
Do
what?
they
If they
do
can
that?
produce a movement for $15,
Amiga was looking at it.
you know
Oh,
why?
okay.
Why would you service when you could swap? If you think about it, why would you?
And they're all Kinesi in-house movements, aren't they?
Yeah, because
What
they
are?
stamp these fucking things. You know what though? The money goes into the design, but by the time they get you know, what do you call it, efficiency of scale, the individual movements probably costing them like, you know, $12 to produce. Why would you even, you know, put a watchmaker on that for 30
Well,
minutes?
yeah, the labour's not there; it's already done. So it must be just financially.
and
It just
plug.
makes more sense to do that.
It does do. Until you get
and it's
into
not like-
expensive movements.
Yeah, again, it's not like they're, you know, they're not, you know, basically finished movement. It's not like it's something to behold.
No,
You know, how dare you do that? It's not like it's got perlage and
they
all
get
that
that
stuff on it.
economy of scale.
Yeah, so that wouldn't.
The
be a
first
problem
one
for me.
probably cost them like $5 million.
Yeah, to get it right.
The 5 millionth one, you know, by that point, you know, they've brought it down to $10.
A tutor that I've always liked, and the first tutor I ever sort of got my attention at the time was the North Flag. I always liked the North Flag. I thought that
Really?
was
You
a
like that
cool-
one, eh?
Yeah, I do, because it was like,
I would have
wow,
said
that's
Ranger
interesting.
for you. I would have said
No.
Ranger.
I do like the Ranger in 36, the white dial one. I like that. But the first one I got my attention was definitely the North Flag, because at the time I think it was the first in-house movement, and it had a display case back. I think the first one, even though it's a horrible movement to look at, but I still thought, oh, that's cool. At the time when I first got into watches, I thought that was an interesting piece, integrated sports to a watch, the North Flag. I thought it was pretty cool. Yeah.
You must admit, the Tudor has got some fucking ugly things. The Tudor Royal is ugly.
Hey, no, it's not
The
ugly.
ladies
It's not a
are
Tudor
ugly.
Royal is not ugly. It looks just like a land dweller. Come on, it looks just like a land dweller that everybody loves because they're expensive and they're.
Tudor had the Ladies Submariner. Do you remember that? I don't know if you remember that. Ladies Submariner.
Oh, yeah.
Tudor makes an enormous range of shit. So if
Let me
you
see
go
what
onto
this
their
guy
website,
wants quickly. Hey, what the fuck do you want, JR?
Hey, Paul, I was just wondering, have you ever
What
thought
the
about
fuck
just
do you
completely
want?
giving
Oh,
up?
that's a boot. No point
Have you ever-
going in the back.
Have you ever thought?
I don't like
All
it.
right, all right. Have you ever thought about just giving up?
Oh, he's gone. He's gone. Look
Did
at
he-
that. He's gone.
Did he say anything?
What a
I couldn't
loser.
hear
no,
him.
he didn't get it out. Listen, if you go on, we should do it one of these days or today. Go on Tudor's website and then just don't look at the popular lines, okay? The Pelagos and the Black Bay. Don't look at those. But just look at
all that.
the range of stuff that they make, and you'll see they
It's
make
pretty wacky
dozens
stuff.
of crappy models.
1926 move.
1926. That's
Incredible amounts of stuff. Super chat.
Doc BBX. Here we go. Bears rule. Movement swap makes your watch Franken.
Yeah, but not if you swap like to like the same movement.
It's like making your Ferrari a non-matching numbers Ferrari then, isn't it?
Well, they don't have serial numbers on it.
It's not.
There's no
it's
serial
not.
number on the movement matching to the serial number of the. No, it's not the same. It's like getting a heart transplant. You know, so that
It just
life will-
works. It just works again. It lives.
Right.
That's all that matters.
I think Doc is the last one to be talking about Franken. Doc has a yacht mariner. He
He
took a
does.
yacht master and he married it to a submariner, and he now calls it a yacht mariner. So I don't know, Doc. I don't know if you want to talk, sir.
It's a bit early for him to pop on, isn't it? It's a little bit later. It's just
Well,
that
I hope
20-minute window at the end. He should hop on though.
Yes, he should come
Help
down.
us out.
That's right.
Like Doc. He's great.
I don't know. I just enjoyed watching Aussie Expat get under Archie's skin, because at the end of the day, Archie, I think you're something of a patriot, and you know, you're supposed to love your country. I get that. And Aussie, because he's Aussie Expat, who has all these like American vibes. Quite frankly, you know, he has all these like American Trump vibes. He's Trumpier than even real Americans.
That's okay.
You know, I think it gets under Archie's skin.
That's okay. But even here, again, the internet here, it's not that great. Partly why
The
I
only
go
person who
outdoors.
pisses me off more was Roy. Remember Roy?
Yeah. Well, because he doesn't have. Wait, he has a house. Why did Roy get under your skin?
Yeah, but they're giving that guy who was working on the super yachts. You know, they engineer on the super yachts. He's just a young guy.
Yeah.
And they're telling him to sell his apartment in England. I thought, fuck, just keep that. That's one small piece of real estate that may be helpful for you.
Yes.
Why sell it? They're giving him advice. Like, it's really sad when people give poor advice to other people like that. I mean, look at this. You're a homeowner. You're a proud homeowner, aren't you, Mark?
I'm a proud homeowner. Yes.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
And JD, you're a proud homeowner, aren't you?
Oh my God, are we?
Correct.
Is there information that we didn't know about? Are you?
No, fucking not. That's a residential home owner. I don't have a mortgage. If that's what you mean, Mark.
Once again.
You know,
Listen, who knew? Like, listen, it runs in the best of families. Don't you worry about it.
Look, it's all fine. But yeah, I paid off my mortgage in 2013.
Congratulations. That's a long time ago. And
Good on you.
Yeah.
Tell me this, JD.
Yeah.
How'd you do it? Let's ask him how he did it.
No, it was a case of, again,
Beans
it's
and
a little
rice.
bit
Beans and
different.
rice. Beans and rice for 15
Rice and
years.
beans and rice.
Well, there's a bit of that to a degree, and when you first move out of home, it was like that. Like, I remember us living off papadums and like 2-minute noodles for a long time, but during that first 18 months moving out of home, renting, and at the time I thought it was a horrendous amount of money to pay each week, and that was back when there was little to no sort of, I don't know, like banking online sort of thing. I remember having to like get a check and hand the check in to the real estate agent every month for the rent, to have it physically there and go have it. And it's like, oh God, it's
You
so
know,
much
they
money.
charge you now for electronically doing it now.
Right, of course they do. But at the time I thought 18 months,
It's so wrong.
that was
It's
it.
so wrong.
And we saved as much as we possibly could, and that was just prior to the Sydney Olympics.
Super job.
Look at this, Starchy, $2. You know what's good financial advice? Don't burn for. I got some tax deductions, Starchy. I got some tax deductions.
Well, you know, that is nonetheless that is good financial advice.
That's a hell of an
But
avatar
no,
there.
you paid off your.
Yeah, so
Okay.
well, sort of like, I guess at the time, real estate late 90s was going in the right direction up, but it was difficult to buy anything, to get something at a cheap price. The first place we got was a two-bedroom apartment, very, very small, but it was only like $225,000, I think it was at the time. We had the 10% deposit saved up. We bought that and we
What's
paid
it
that
worth
off
now,
in-
that place?
we sold it. We were only there for, God, so that was 1999, 2008 we were there. Sold it for 420, I think it was. And then we bought our new place in 2010 for 780, I think it is. And we paid that off in 2.5 years, the mortgage, and we got the kitchen redone, 2 bathrooms redone, and I guess it's 2 million and something now.
Ooh, $2 million.
Yeah, you guys had absolutely astronomical appreciation in Australia.
Especially
Well,
no,
it's
Sydney.
different.
Sydney is ridiculous.
It's-
Sydney's ridiculous.
It's so much, it's different.
It's an apartment or a house, JD?
It's an apartment. It's a 3-bedroom apartment. What watch did you buy for $42,000?
JD, what watch would you buy for 42,000 Aussie? He's saying that because that's what I lost on the BMW. I bought it for 81 and I sold it for 39, but
God,
you
it's a
can't.
lot
You
of
got to
money.
look at it and say, I had a lot of fun. Okay,
Yes, of
I
course you
enjoyed
did.
it for 4 years.
And
Okay,
you went
Cars,
into it with best intentions in
cars
that at the
depreciate.
time.
Every car
Yeah.
depreciates, and luxury cars depreciate faster.
I've told
Especially
my
in the-
daughter that stay away from that sort of stuff. And you look around here, there's so many fancy cars, and you think, how the fuck, what do they do? Hopefully they're leasing them because they'd be
would you
worth
like
lo-
one? No, the
Jesus.
leasing is just financing it. You still got to pay the money. There's
Yeah, I
no free
know.
ride. Leasing is the
I've never.
worst possible way to buy a car.
The
Yeah.
thing that freaks me about a leasing is that you
You
have
think
this.
these car companies make money from making mistakes on financing things?
course
Is
not.
that what
Paying
they
mileage.
do?
Like, plus, if you go over, they'll sell you like 10,000 miles a year, maybe 12,000 if you negotiate it upwards. And then after that, you're paying like 30, 40 cents a mile.
Of
Yeah,
course.
it's a bad thing.
You
It's
can
a
rent a
bad thing
car
to get
without.
into.
Yeah, there's no mileage on a rental car.
Yeah, that's what I was sort of thinking for Archie too. He loves to have his drives in the, the mountains and stuff around Gold Coast. Just
Hey.
hire one for the weekend.
Can I just tell Pasta right here? I'm not getting older. I'm getting longer.
Yeah, okay.
That's my position, and I'm sticking with it.
Sounds
JD.
good. Yes.
Yes.
It's actually funny. Anyone who's got an apartment in Sydney or a house in the capital city around Australia, by the time you
strata
paid it
levies are
off,
the
you're a
killer.
millionaire.
Well, there's still ongoing. Like where we are is a resort style complex, so it has lots of costs associated with it. So there's 5 pools, a couple of tennis courts,
What's your
some gyms.
what's
and
your body
stuff. It's
corporate?
almost 3,000 a quarter.
Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Is that HOA, homeowners association?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh yeah,
yes,
no,
yes.
that's
But
quite a lot.
mind you, those facilities, they're quite good to have, aren't they?
They are, but when you look at it, it's like, I don't know how many people that actually live here
like a second
actually
mortgage.
use them. Well, again, it's I'm so thankful I'm in the position that I don't have that mortgage on top of having that strata levy on top of everything else. It's
Are you
fine
looking
for
at
us.
downsizing in retirement, like moving somewhere
No,
cheaper?
look, trust me, where I am is like it could almost classify as being an old person's home. So I'm staying where I am.
You're
I'm just
already
gonna
in
golf
assisted
buggy in.
living. Yeah,
Exactly,
it's already.
basically.
In
Because when we
America,
moved in, people looked at us strangely, like because we were in our 30s or something at the time.
in the United States, part of the housing crisis or shortage has to do with all the boomers like myself who might downsize, but we've got 2% mortgages, or we've got paid off houses, and then the price of real estate went up. So basically, they don't want to lock in 6-7%. Now, mind you, here we can do that on a 30-year loan. And then,
completely different here.
which
Mainly variable.
which you don't even have.
No, you don't have.
But the
that
Americans,
luxury.
the Australians are taking variable rate loans, or they lock in for 5 years, and then it balloons, and they got to redo it all over again. And if the rates doubled, well, tough. Too bad. That we don't have here and have not had since like the 90s.
Yeah, it's a weird thing that it's so different because it's always been that way. And sometimes I'll have half of it fixed, half of it variable. But we'd always sort of looked at it as being that, you could see how much interest you're paying. I was just like, my main focus was paying it off as quickly as possible.
Our fixed is only for normally maximum of 5 years. Isn't it? Well, when you fix a loan here in Australia, and most people fix it 1, 2, 3, or 5 years.
Yeah.
And normally 5 years isn't that competitive. It's normally 3 years you fix it for.
You're right. That's right. And then you just got to prepare yourself for when it goes up after that 3 years and make allowances.
Even when you don't have a mortgage, you still have property taxes. They can be.
Yeah, we don't.
You've got insurance.
I think as an investor you have that here, but we have stamp duty up front, which is
actually no. What he's talking about is, see, in their government, right? they have to pay. They got state tax and you know how we got income tax? They do state
Yep.
income tax as well as federal.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about property taxes, which go to your local municipality, police.
So we don't pay
fire,
that. We don't pay
library.
that.
No.
We don't have that.
Yeah, I see.
We
Well,
have rates, which pays for
yeah.
sewage. It
Council
pays for local councils, right? But we do not have.
In England, it's called council tax. Here we call it property tax. I don't know what you guys pay, but
Okay, we have a thing
someone's
called
paying-
land tax, which is a wealth tax, but most
Yeah, but
people don't pay it.
Someone's paying for the police, fire, you know, the infrastructure of the water, not the actual water bill, but the infrastructure.
No, actually, we pay separate water bills. We get water
here
bills.
too. I have a well, so I don't have a water bill, but I produce.
Is that stinky well? Is it the stinky water?
Well, the answer to that is yes, but I have filtration systems.
Do the dogs like that water?
They get reverse osmosis. I have an RO system here. I produce my own bottle.
Have they ever complained?
No, because I give them reverse osmosis water. It's like filtered with osmosis filters. You know, so I have filtration systems on the water to improve the quality of it. It tests fine for bacteria.
That dog who only ate that special food, he wouldn't drink that water. He only drinks champagne, doesn't it?
Evian, it was Evian, but sparkling. You know, I had to ask him every night, sparkling or still. You know, when I go to a restaurant and they ask me sparkling or still, I just look them square in the eye and I say tap. Because I will pay for a lot of shit. I mean, I'm paying for the Negronis. I'll have coffee and dessert afterwards, but I'm not paying for the water. You know what? No. Tap. Very good, sir. Very tap. Yes,
Where you are, Mark, do you get like snow on the ground outside?
it's
yes, he does. In Chicago, he's got snow at the moment. It's
right
insane.
now. Listen, it's
Right.
about. Hold on, let me give you a temperature. It's 13 How much is 13 degrees in centigrade? So it's minus 10 degrees centigrade
Yes.
right now. And yes, there's fucking snow on the ground.
Okay. Wow.
What are you kidding?
It's so
you know when
hot
that
right
you know when
now
that
here.
snow is going to
No
disappear, JB?
When's that?
What's the temperature
April.
in Sydney?
Easter it will
It's
disappear.
Easter. That's crazy. I guess you get used to it in time, but I've
Oh yeah,
never
you do.
had snow on the ground wherever I've lived. It's 32 Celsius, I think, at the moment in Sydney. It's very, very humid, very hot.
I can see there's no breeze.
No, it's none. It's low tide. I can just smell in the distance the roasting of the coffee beans across the water there. You can just see that it's on my that way. You can see just there. There's a building. They roast coffee beans, and you can sort of smell them.
That would be
Which is
nice.
pleasant. Yeah, but stinking hot. Yeah, I'm not going to be wandering around doing crazy, stupid, gonzo shit of a day like today. It's too much. Too much. Too hot. And I'm running out of things to go to do, to look at, and I don't want to be like.
Do I have someone to
feel
shovel?
awkward.
No, I have a big ass snowblower. I have a 150-foot driveway, you know, so it is very long. So I have a huge snowblower, so I kind of do my own. I'm in rural, so we don't have a lot of sidewalks, just the sidewalks I've put in internally in my own property. But I have a big snowblower, but unless it's like a lot of snow, like 8 inches, I'm hauling out the snowblower. 6 inches, but if it's just 2 inches, we just drive on it and it just compacts down. So it's like we create our own ice road
Very
truck.
soft dust. You know, the snow, JD, it's like a soft, like almost
Are you
like
people not
dust.
familiar with the
Like-
substance? Like you're
I've
fascinated.
seen it once. I've seen it once.
Yes.
I saw it in a movie once, but I
saw it in a movie
have-
once.
No,
I remember
have been-
I landed in South Korea, Ichiban Airport, right? And
First of all,
I'm
it's
looking out the window.
Incheon.
So what the
It's not-
fuck is all this white shit all
Did you
over the
say
runway and that?
Ichiban? It's Ichiban.
Ah,
In-
Ichiban Airport.
Incheon.
And the hilarious, okay, that was snow. And then the hilarious thing is on this plane, they had Aussies who were wearing singlet,
I have no idea. Just
t-shirt,
turn it up.
shorts, and thongs.
I'll
They're
be right
walking around freezing.
That's wild.
It's like when they went to Jack the Slasher and they go into the meat fridge.
It's crazy.
You remember that?
Yeah. It's people not dressing for, and it's difficult sometimes on a plane to dress right, even though you know what the temperature is at the other end. More often than not, you can be bloody freezing on a flight, particularly near some of those exit doors, like getting a draft, not like a direct draft, but some flights I've been on
Yeah.
that have been absolutely freezing. I mean, you fly more than what I do by a long margin, but you can never, you do see those people who don't pack. You think, God, you have any idea what it's going to be like at the other end? And you dress like that with a pair of shorts and Crocs on. Bad move.
That's exactly
move.
it. I really enjoyed your series. You took us to Cockatoo Island. I feel very attached to that.
Thank you. I do enjoy, again, it's not much of an effort to get there, which is a good thing. And it's pretty much for the most part empty. So I like that. It's got a bit of history there too, but it's a good, again,
I
easy
like
to
that
get to.
industrial theme, you know, that steampunk
I'm glad it's
industrial
still
sort of.
there, all of that stuff, that it is still
I'm surprised it wasn't sold to some rich fuck.
I know. And all of those places at some point or another, I'm sure they've had offers. And even when I went to the ghost tour at Manly, that area there, which is sort of like a national park on the headland there, where they had,
I know exactly where you mean.
exactly
On the
where that
end there.
is. Yeah, on the end there, I'm sure that I think the Packers may have been looking to redevelop that as like a massive hotel, but I don't think they went ahead with it. But all those areas in Sydney, you think, shit, at some point or another, the land that's just sitting there, it's worth so much money. And there are multiple little islands in Sydney Harbour that
I'll
are
tell you
owned by
some
the
good
government, I
places you
guess.
could go
Goat
to.
Island.
I tell you where a great place to go is on the North Sydney side of the Harbour Bridge.
I know what you're going to say. Keep going.
Classic Throttle. That's the car dealer who's got some amazing cars.
And I was thinking of doing that, and I think they're open on a Saturday. So at
Yes,
some
they
point
are.
I will go and have a look, but they're not open on a Sunday. But yeah, that'd be really good to have a look at the classic old sports cars. I'd be all about that. And it's good. And again, it's similar to, there are guys in the community here who may not have the fancy watches, and that doesn't matter. You can still have an interest on things like watches. You don't need to have a fancy watch to have an interest in watches. And just like for me,
hey JD, I had an interesting conversation with a friend of mine a couple of days ago, and he said if we went back 20 years, so 2006, 2005, 2006, right? 20 years ago, right? And you could buy, he had some Wheels Wheels magazine that had all the list prices of cars.
Yes, yep.
Like a Mercedes E-Class coupe, they called a CLK 320, they were like 130,000.
Yes, yeah.
But a Holden Monaro V8 was like $58,000, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Now, if you had the two cars side by side,
yes, I know what's going to happen.
Mercedes is worth nothing.
Yes.
And the Monaro was worth big bucks. Can you believe that?
Exactly. And who would have thought that would be the case? But it is, particularly the big V8s, the Holdens. And it's like that.
Well, those Monaros, because Holden closed down, and that was such a coupe version of the Monaro. I mean, it's incredible.
It's like that scene in Mad Max 2, I think where he goes, "It's the last of the V8s, Max. Sucks nitro. It's the last one." And it's like that, isn't it? It's like the last ones of their type.
Yeah.
And we're not going to be having these conversations about all these electric cars, these BYDs. You think somebody in 20 years' time go, "This is one of the first BYDs in Australia." No one's going to give a shit. They're literally
the battery will be dead.
iPad.
It won't
work. On wheels, man. Like, where's the anything to be excited about those things? It's just, there's something about a combustion engine. I'm not a rev head by any stretch of the imagination, but you hear an electric car go by, or you hear a V8 or a V12, there's a complete difference in it. But,
SR Bell,
yeah.
$2. Thank you for your super chat. We don't really want to get animals involved. I'm sorry.
It's got a consistent theme, SR Bell, but thank you.
I really find with a lot of cars now, they just don't have the enthusiasm. You know, like
No,
it's really
no, it's nothing to really get excited about. We're holding on to our car as long as we can. I'm going to drive it into the dust because I don't want to be buying or having
that
to
was a good car. You
negotiate.
got a Volvo, haven't you?
Yeah, it's great. It's
What model?
just
XC?
no, it's just a small V40 Volvo.
A nice little car.
Yeah, it's a fantastic little car. It's awesome on the highway. It's nice and stable. It's super quiet. No, nothing major has happened to it. So we all keep that as long as we can.
How many Ks have you got on it?
Fantastic. I couldn't tell you. It wouldn't be that many because we don't really travel or drive. I occasionally might drive to Tamworth, but outside of that, where partner drives to work, it's about 10 Ks away. So she drives it mainly. So the Ks aren't going to be that high on it. It's a great car. It's a bit, you go Volvo, you think, oh, automatically, by default, you have to go for a drive on a weekend wearing a hat, and driving the wrong lane. So there's that. It's attached to the name Volvo. But I've always found them to be really practical and really quiet, nice cars to drive. And they're not like they're those boxy, horrible cars from the 1980s, friends of mine.
Here we go. SR Bell, $2. Is this guy the gay crocodile Gundy?
No, that's not very nice. Haven't met
That's
Paul
not
Hogan.
very friendly.
Surprisingly, our company owns the rights to those movies. So there you go. There you go.
I was reading on Paul Hogan. He was actually quite disappointed with Linda Kozlowski. He said she was just fake and.
Well, they were together for quite a long time. Remember his previous wife? What was her name?
Nolene.
Nolene. That's right. That's right. She always reminded me of that. Did you remember that reality TV show from Australia, the Sylvania Waters? Do you remember that?
Yes.
It was, yes. And they had
yes,
Nolene
and Sylvania Waters, Nolene and that, actually she passed away not so long ago.
Did she? Did she? Well, I
yeah,
think she lived a good life.
Have you been to Sylvania Waters in Sydney?
Yeah,
do you know where that is?
I grew up right next to there, so I knew exactly where that was, Sylvania Waters. I lived down near the Shire, so it was a known thing.
Is it as pretentious as that?
No, well, look, so I always think looking at it from a distance, it's a bogan stronghold down there. I'm glad I grew up in the Sutherland Shire, but it is a bit rough around the edges. But I guess Sylvania
AC3,
Waters,
$2. AC, would you suck off Paul Hogan for a yellow gold sub?
Jesus.
No,
Okay.
no, I wouldn't. No,
I don't know.
No,
Yeah.
I don't need to do that. One thing about being middle age is you don't have to do horrible things.
Every man has his
in
limits.
your life, do you?
So yeah, at the time I remember them the whole. It was particularly popular in the UK, Sylvania Waters at the time, because that was one of the first reality TV shows. So we're quite proud of the fact that, we're being featured. I remember one of the sons had a bow repairs, like a tyre place.
Yeah, and the other one worked for Telecom.
Yes, you know it all. The youngest son, Mick Donoghue, I think he had the tyre place.
Yeah, Nolene died in 2024.
Oh, okay. She again. I remember on the show. She was always
Laurie. Remember Laurie?
I do. It was a great show. It was pretty funny. So we're kind of proud of the old Sylvania Waters back then. That's a good show. I don't think anybody in America have any idea what we're talking about. But our friends in England.
That was 1992 that came out. You know that?
Yeah, I do. That was
Here we go.
Last year at high school.
Bateman, $2. He says, "Up the mighty Gonzaroo, Chingao, fellas."
Chingao. Thanks, Bateman. I send Bateman all sorts of fun stuff during the day. He's a funny guy. He's got a good sense of humour. Hello, Bateman.
No, that's exactly it.
This is the Doc BBW hopping on window at this point, isn't it? He hops on about now. He's got to be due to hop on
Yeah,
at
just
any
before
second.
it ends there.
Yeah, yeah.
It was
So you're coming back to Australia now? Is that what
they,
happens?
you
And
know,
then later you're going to
Sydney
Vietnam?
itself there. Yeah, later,
Yep. Cool.
later. It's kind of sad there, you know. So I always liked that. That was the sort of the first fly on the wall sort of documentaries, wasn't
Yeah, it
it?
was really, really well done. And the fact that they're all plonkers helps. So they're always drinking, knocking down the beers and stuff. And yeah, Laurie had his cruiser. That's very much a part of that area because it was actually made Sylvania Waters. It's like where the keys are. It was all dug out, and that was in the 50s, but it's all sort of manufactured, that
Yeah.
suburb. But yeah, I guess that was the, where all the rich bogans would have lived back then at that point.
The guy who worked for Telecom, that was Paul. That was the son from the previous
That's
relationship.
right.
He
sort
never
of
got
looked a
on
bit
with
like
Laurie.
Yeah, he did. He sort of looked a bit like Paul Hogan, coming to think of it. He's sort of losing his hair. Sort of looked, and Dione, the wife was Dione, I remember. I used to see him at
That's right,
Southgate
yeah,
Shopping
yeah.
Centre. Yeah. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Sylvania Waters
It's
talk in a
kinda,
relaxed format.
yeah. Can you believe that that was 30 odd years ago?
Yeah,
It's
it's probably on YouTube. There's probably episodes on YouTube of Sylvania Waters. They have the big bogan wedding out the back. Paul and Diane, I think I
yes.
remember. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to
Lots.
become a target. That's why you should never do any of those reality TV shows.
Yeah,
It's
well,
easy to make yourself a target.
Yeah,
And
what is entertaining may not necessarily put you in a positive light. I mean, that would be the equivalent of them making a movie about you. It's not going to necessarily make you look good. It's about to highlight all of the things that make you unique, which may be seen as being not so good to show the public, but they showed it all. And it sort of led on to all that reality TV show stuff from there on in. That's is everywhere now, because it's so much easier to produce stuff like that than it is to actually script like a sitcom or something, like to get that off the ground. I mean, people want to be famous. Normal people want to be famous.
what do you think their
It's a
house
weird
is worth
thing.
now? You know that house they had on the canal?
Yeah, so it's a big sort of double brick fronted thing. I guess, look, that area in general, yeah, it's gone up considerably, but I don't know how much it would have. Even back then, some of them, you see those areas where there's some houses that are like, you go, oh God, that's like a 70s porn sort of house, and they've spent no money on it at all since the time it was bought. Some of those ones around here on the
Yeah.
river. But yeah, it's kind of a weird area around there. I remember getting lost walking back from an athletics carnival because they're all like on those man-made islands with dead ends and couldn't find our way out. Wanted to go to Southgate. Yeah, interesting. God damn, it's
Yeah.
hot. All I can
Yeah.
hear is cicadas in the background. That
It's
cicada
worth about
noise, that
$4.5
hot
million
summer.
their house
Yeah,
now.
that'd be right. That'd be right. It was never really an affordable area, Sylvania Waters. And it's pretty close to Cronulla and the beaches and that type of thing.
No. So when the show was made there, it sold in '88 for 435,000. See, that was a lot of money. 435,000 in 1988.
Yeah.
That was a fuckload of money.
I remember a friend of ours bought, and it's still looking back.
It was
It's the biggest
it's a
house.
5-bedroom home. Can you believe that?
Yeah, I always remember a friend of ours buying a house, or his father did, Yowie Bay, which was near there. Massive house, and at the time it was $750,000, an unheard of amount of money in 1987. I hate to think what that'd be worth now.
Yeah.
Because you're right, at that time, houses were like, I don't know, 200,000 average, probably around that period, 30 odd years ago. But again, look at it, like nobody's gone
Yes.
into it. But again, the housing market is so much different to the United States. It's completely different. It is sort of like a sport. The whole owning a house and home ownership, I think, means more probably here than a lot of places. But how sustainable is it? The prices are just absolutely insane. You think, how on earth do these people afford it? When you see how young they are, and they've got the 2 fancy cars out the front, they've got a jet ski parked up there, they look about 35 with 2 or 3 kids, and you think, how on earth these people afford all of this? It doesn't make any sense. People don't earn that much money relative to what these houses cost in Australia. It's crazy.
No,
Anyway.
it's ferocious. Like the
Yeah.
the ratios have gone ballistic.
Oh,
You know,
it's
this is the whole thing. The ratio.
Yeah, no semblance of reality at all. It just doesn't match up at all. Anyway, here he is. He's been shoveling snow.
Hello, Mr. Goldberg. What's going on?
Well, I managed to get dinner done, and
We were talking Aussie reality TV, so it doesn't
Right.
matter. Nothing you would remember.
I heard every word, and you lost all 100+ punters from America.
Yeah, I'm sure. I just fell off the cliff. That's okay. That's understandable. That's understandable.
So I wanted to experiment with something cheap, nutritious, and easy. Okay.
Yes.
And this is because,
And
by
the
the
kitten
way,
would eat.
no, the
And the
kitten won't
kitten
eat
would
anything.
eat.
No, the kitten won't eat anything. I mean, maybe. No. The kitten won't eat. The kitten won't eat anything that doesn't come from
McDonald's.
No, he didn't like McDonald's. He lived on that during junior high school, and now he won't touch it. Potbelly's, Noodles and Company. What else does he like? He'll eat a hot dog, but only if you buy it. You know, right? Only if you buy. A good joke. Only if you buy it at Portillo's. Anyway, so it's very simple fare. Culver's, which is like a hamburger joint. But anyway, so I wanted to know. I can't fuck around with my health. Okay, so I had a half an acorn squash that had butter, olive oil, and a little bit of brown sugar in it. And then I put some shredded chicken in that, mixed that all together, and then topped it with a diced avocado. And it was ridiculously good. And just for fun, I costed it out, and I think it was like $2.25. And I'm full. Well,
and healthy.
I don't care about that. It's more along the lines of, I'm just trying to calculate how do poor people eat, that healthy. But apparently it's doable. So I did.
It's weird here that so many of the kids have such limited sort of dietary. They're so specific about what they eat and what they don't. They're like similar to like only having like chips and anything that's sort of processed, chicken schnitzels, the obvious things that a margarita pizza, but no, nothing else on it.
No, he won't touch a margarita pizza, but pepperoni pizza. Only pepperoni, but it's got to be from only specific places.
Yeah, God, it's painful, isn't it?
Like a Costco one.
It's so painful to deal with it.
They are kids today. What can you do?
Yeah, what can you do? Yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
It's tough. Anyway, I let it. He can eat what he wants. I don't mind. But I've just decided I don't want to eat pizza, hot dogs, tacos every night. I want to be able to eat something home. Anyway, so I've started making stuff. And it turns out to be kind of easy if you stick to the basic stuff. So, all right. Well, that's my adventures in cooking is probably
as
good,
Mark,
as your adventures in Australia.
No, look, it was way better than the Sylvania Waters talk. It's really solid.
I don't know what these fuckers eat. You know what I really admire? Okay, I'm gonna piss off Archie. Aussie expat cooking, and he cooks some complex things.
Yeah.
That I don't, he makes crust for his own meat pie. I mean, that's complicated.
It's committed. It's good. It's a good thing to do. Good skill to have.
I want to try it because I have all the equipment that he has. I just don't use it.
It's all like you committed so much to this stream, Mark. There's just not enough hours in a day for you to.
There's nothing else left. You know,
this just takes up everything, doesn't it?
JD, you and I have to talk off air so we can compare notes on, you know, our salaries to make sure that we, you know, that there's some sort of, you know, like parity going on here.
Yeah. I don't think.
Oh, look, we got Archie's attention.
What?
Exactly. He doesn't want the help comparing notes.
No, all good. You know.
Let me ask you this. We're coming to the end section of the show. What do you think is going to happen to What the Fuck Collective? What the Fuck Collective? That's that crazy idea Federico is running there. Let's just summarize. He's also got who this is not for, who this isn't for.
People who like
forum trolls, keyboard warriors who argue for posture for attention, and
Archie
confuse noise with knowledge.
Yeah. So a lot of our audience.
Hype-driven buyers chasing whatever's loud this week, and flip speculators looking for short cuts.
JD, that lets all of us out.
Exactly. I was about to say that's pretty much all of us in some way are covered by the caveats that are put forward by Federico.
The only classy gentleman we have is Bateman, but he's broke. He's broke as pocus. So I don't think that's going to work.
He's got a great voice. Great voice. Must have a really good microphone.
He sold that Rolex Explorer 1, you know? He sold that watch.
Well, rent was due.
Yeah. You can't. They're watches. You get it back at another time. It doesn't
That's
matter.
right. But
hey, JD, when did you get your first expensive watch? What do you consider expensive?
Well, my first one was the Omega Seamaster 2017 Blue Dial was the first one I got, and I bought that as soon as we paid off the mortgage, actually. So I was 40, I think. By that
do you have
time,
any credit card debt? No, you don't, do you? You're one of these type of people who pays it off.
I've never had a credit card. Never had one.
You've never had a credit card? You're joking, aren't you?
No. I've never had a credit card. I've got a debit card, like a Visa debit card, but not a credit card. I've never had one.
You've got to have actual money in there, else it doesn't work, isn't it?
Archie is flabbergasted by this concept.
These
concepts. He said, wait. Let me understand. You have to have actual money, or it won't work.
Yeah.
Like that.
But again, I lived very meagerly for a long, long time before. And again, I was wearing Seikos up until I turned 40. I didn't have. I always loved watches. I always looked in the window at them. I always like, oh my God, one day I'd love to have one, but I just put it off. It's
What other things did you want to have besides the Volvo? What other aspirational thing? Because I'll be honest with you, when I was a kid, I'm going to tell you this, Marky. Yeah. Volvos were fucking expensive in Australia. They were fucking expensive. And I remember watching a TV show on the ABC where one of the characters had a Volvo 240 and thinking, fuck, that's he's doing well.
It's like it was like, that's a doctor's car.
They were damn dear. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But yeah, again, I always loved the cars. I always read those magazines. Road and Track magazine I loved.
I mean, if you were posh in my day, you got a Fairmont instead of a Falcon. That was considered posh.
Oh, absolutely. I remember the guy across the street, he had a Fairlane. And,
wow.
That's really fancy. That's really fancy. I remember going on a trip with him on a holiday to the Gold Coast, and it had, I don't know if it had pneumatic suspension, but there was 4 kids in the back seat, and the suspension blew out near Coffs Harbour. And I remember us with all the luggage just like going really low and feeling every bump. And we had to stop at a dealership, but he had a fancy car, the Fairlane. That's all you know. One that I grew up with.
What year Fairlane was that? What year?
What year Fairlane? Probably 89. Would have been
your people were coal miners or subsistence?
They were bogans. We were bogans. No one had nothing, Mark. There was no.
How did you rise above?
BMWs and Mercedes, or you'd never see a Porsche.
How'd you do it? I'm just
what you got to understand is, let me say this. I want to make this point, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
In 1984, 85.
Yes.
A Mercedes 190E, which is like a C200 today, that was the equivalent of a reasonable house or a nice apartment in Brisbane. Okay, 1 for 1.
Wild.
Okay. Now that same apartment would be close to $1 million. That Mercedes would be 100,000. You could have 8 Mercedes for the price of the. So what's happened is the real estate, what you can buy for cars compared to what you pay for real estate has really, they've changed. Okay. The ratio. So in my day, somebody who had a Mercedes, they were fucking rich. But now a Mercedes is so, well, it's tenth of the price.
It's upper middle class. People with paid off houses are rich. JD, you grew up eating cup of noodles and off-brand cereal. So I'd like to know how
macaroni cheese.
Look at you now. How'd you do it? What happened?
I don't know if there's anything as a secret other than I guess my wife and myself got together at a relatively young age and always had the same goal. And I've been in the same relationship for a very, very long time.
So you were just better with money. You were just better with money.
Yeah, but it was a case
they
of
live
knowing
below
that,
their means. They live below their means, Marky.
yeah, within our means.
Someone
absolutely.
very close to me, I'm going to cover it up so you don't know, but somebody very close to me grew up moving constantly. In fact, lived for a certain amount of years in a motel because their father had to get it, just couldn't afford housing. So the father got a job as like the maintenance handyman at a motel. The mother cleaned rooms and ran the check-in. Yeah. And then this person, when they got up to high school, was cleaning rooms also. And so, and their parents, isn't it? And their parents even had like to gamble. They were just terrible with money. And this person who's close to me, just by managing their money so much differently, has never had super high paying jobs, but is financially worth much more than their parents, much more. And it's because better, more frugal spending, more frugal living, no gambling, investment accounts, that kind of thing.
Yeah, and that's the key to it. And so much of it, it's not necessarily living frugally, but it's the ability to have delayed gratification or not needing to have a fancy car in your 20s, not needing to do a big trip around Europe, not needing to do all of these things, and just, again, focus on, and that's what we did at the time, focus on paying off a mortgage as quickly as possible. Whereas we could have gotten away with a relatively small mortgage payment at the time, but we paid 5 times the amount, and we weren't in any way earning enormous salaries, and still definitely not. But we focused on that as a main thing, a main goal, and we paid off.
So if I may, what you prioritize debt reduction, which is very consistent, Archibald, with rice and beans, beans and rice, rice and beans, Dave Ramsey.
Tell me this: when do you see yourself retiring, JD?
I haven't given it profound thought around that, and I enjoy working. I enjoy doing what I do in an office with people.
If it came to an end, let's face it, anyone in our 50s could get the chop tomorrow, okay? Because we're walking around with a target on our back, okay?
There's a degree of that. There are people that have struggled in their 50s finding particularly jobs in the industry they're working in. I think you just got to be more open to doing different things, I think.
You want fries with that? Sir, would you like fries with that? That's what you need to do.
No, I'd work at Officeworks or something.
Can you be replaced by AI, whatever job you do? Could you be replaced by AI?
No, but I could see, and I have used, I mean, obviously you've seen my image generating stuff, which I use in work and stuff, that it's funny, I was showing my parents an example of what I've been doing with the AI imagery and stuff on a lot of their old photos and stuff. And they go, oh, the people in advertising, they're going to make so much money out of this. And I said, no, they're not. They're gone.
Because everybody can do it at home now.
Because you can do it so easily. It's just descriptive language. There's nothing technical about it. It's taste and being able to understand. And certainly someone like Mark could be able to do it so
Bewitched?
easily.
Do you remember the TV
Yeah.
show? Well, her husband
Yes.
was an advertiser.
Dick York.
Darren.
Yes,
Durham
Darren.
was
There
an
was two
advertiser.
Darrens. Don't forget that there was
Dick
two Darrens,
Sargent.
Well,
guys.
the
Dick
first one
York.
got addicted to
No,
opioids.
no, no. There was only
Yeah, it's a
there
shame.
was
Dick York.
there's two
There would have
people
been.
that
Dick Sargent.
Dick
And
York,
the
yes.
rancher.
Dick York, Dick Sargent. Dick Sargent got addicted to painkillers.
painkillers.
Yeah, and they never explained why one season there was a different Dick. It just turned up.
It never happened.
Never happened. That was a great show.
Rancher,
That
how
was
are
a
you?
great
Rancher?
show.
Well, okay, Mark, I noticed you accidentally wandered into the
I
Archie
can't hear
stream.
him. Is he
Are,
there?
I did actually. Yes, I
are you
won't.
disoriented? Because if we need to, I can help you go home and we'll get you a nice cup of Ensure.
Help me go home. Mo?
Yes. Yes.
Did you know that JD's a proud homeowner?
Okay.
Yes.
Nice. Well, how proud is he if he's on here?
Well, not that proud, but then again, here you are, Rancher. Here you are.
Yeah. We're
You're another
all
one
out now.
renting. Why don't we go on Realtor.com, Archie, and pick out a nice townhouse for the Rancher?
True. Or we could find a nice stable for these dogs.
Please remember that here at the little dog farm, I do have stables. I have offered many a time to give Archie free accommodations.
Yes.
Exactly.
Rancher, what do you
No.
think of Federico's new foray, the collective, the What the Fuck Collective? Will it work?
Okay. No,
Are
seriously,
you joining up?
I already have. I was like the second person. No, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about, frankly.
Well, okay.
I
So
want to say that I do just to piss you off, but I'm going to fight my instinct.
I know you didn't, Clive, because you're far too cheap. Federico is starting this thing where you pay him $70 a month and you get amazing benefits, like you get to be in a Facebook group, and he'll sell you watches for the same discount he would have sold you otherwise, except for he's not going to give you a warranty or the option of returning. It's you know what? Listen, here's the thing. I do like him. He is looking for business ideas, but I think people are really mighty tired of subscriptions, especially expensive ones, and I don't think they're going to see the value. I wish him well, and he doesn't need that many guys to make a go of it. That's the thing.
No.
You know?
No. On the other hand, if you really are just bound and determined to join a subscription model with little no tangible benefits, you should subscribe to the Archie Luxury channel.
Yeah, it's much
That was
cheaper.
coming.
Clyde. It's $5, much cheaper,
Exactly.
and you get member chats, and you get special. We'll rub your G spot.
Special belly rubs.
Exactly. All right, I'll be right back. Got to check the.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
about
yeah.
this. I don't know. I do like Federico. I always watch his videos when they pop up, but I don't know this.
I used to. I don't anymore. I don't know why.
Yeah. Okay.
I think his pricing's far too high. Look, to be completely honest with you, he should have an introductory pricing of like $5, $10. To charge $70 and $50 is fucking ridiculous.
Well, let me put it this way. Maybe. Yeah, that's
Mikey.
Yeah.
Mike.
Wait, are you back already?
Yes, I'm back. Mike has joined us for the last 10 seconds of the show.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
How's mom? Mom okay?
No,
Oh, shit. Sorry to hear.
Sorry to hear that, Mike.
I just got back from taking her around, and she is not doing well. And
Is it the Alzheimer's?
no,
She got cancer. She got cancer.
Oh.
She's got cancer, and they've been draining a liter of liquid from her lung once a week.
Wow.
And she was having trouble. She had labored breathing, and she was speaking really quietly. And I kept drilling her. Are you okay, Mom? Really? Look, we can go right now. I'll take you right now to Kaiser. No, I'm fine. And I'm like, Mom, you don't sound fine, And she's fucking adamantly like, no. And so I took her home, and then I immediately called my brother to just alert the family. and he's going to call her.
Okay,
And
not too much information, Mikey. Just keep it hush, okay? Because there's some nasty fuckers out there, and we love you, Mikey. We want to make sure you are okay, Mikey.
Right.
You
Sure.
are always in our thoughts there.
How about
Guys, we're
Maureen?
going to have to wrap this baby up because
Wait,
it's coming to an end.
Before you do it, can we please say goodbye to what's her name, Kathleen O'Hara, who played? She was the mother on Home Alone.
Oh,
Yeah.
Why are we saying
I
goodbye?
remember her.
Schitt's Creek, and the mother on Schitt's Creek.
Why are we saying goodbye to her?
She's dead.
Oh, fuck, really?
Only 71 years old. She played. She was in Best in Show. She was just in so many wonderful.
Yeah, she was in a lot of shows. Is anybody running a dungeon after this or anything?
I'll check. Okay.
Archie, if you'd like, let's talk sometime. Give me a call. I'd be happy to run a dungeon after your show 1 day a week. Keep it going.
Yeah, no worries, Mike.
Maybe get you some extra super chats or something.
Good on you, Mike.
Lately, I've been missing most of your shows.
Bateman's running a show. Yes, he is. He is. We've gone a little bit over. He's about to start a show. Bateman's running a show. Yes, he is.
Oh, good. Well, then
All right,
I'll jump on there and
let's
Yay.
yeah. So let's thank our sponsors for today. We had Huracan, Terry Boston. We had Huracan, JD Montreal, Huracan, Terry Boston, Plucko, Black Cat 997, Huracan, Doc BBW, Starchy, SR Bell, Bateman. Guys, that's the show. We'll be back. Please, guys, check out FTW Collective. Tell us what you think. And we will see you tomorrow, guys. And we're linking to Bateman now.
Hi, guys. It's Archie Luxury. Guys, I want to talk to you about David SW. Guys, if you are in America, if you are looking for a Rolex watch of your dreams, in fact, if you're looking for a contemporary modern wristwatch, I strongly advise you to look at David SW. Guys, don't play the dealer games. Don't bring in chocolates or Krispy Kremes for your dealer hoping to get a Rolex at retail. It's futile. Please, guys, save your dignity. Keep some pride. Go to David SW. I would highly recommend David SW. If you're in America and you're looking for a watch, go to David SW.